Okay, we're going to start by laminating the paste. It doesn't have to be that thin. Okay, a little bit thick. Not thick, it depends on you. If you want it very thick, that depends on you, but I don't think it needs to. Okay, I have this set of cutters. It comes the like the silhouette, and it comes the little door or window. And I'm going to cut. Let me put some cornstarch on the bottom so it doesn't stick to the surface. And I cut the one piece. Okay. Okay, I have some paste from the other project that I did. And well, and save this part. Save all the paste that you can for future projects. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. I always use a little a foam and put it aside for 1 second. Now I'm going to take some white paste. Let me see, I have I hope I need enough. I have enough, which I think I do. And I'm going to laminate it again. This time it doesn't have to be that thick. Okay? Let me put some starch. Okay, this is enough. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the same cutter that I used for the silhouette, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces with the round part, like the wheel, the wheel, and cut another one. Okay. And oh wait, don't. I'm going to leave this aside, and I'm going to try to thin a little bit now that I have the white paste laminated. And I'm going to cut 1 piece of the little door. Now I can put this aside. Save it for later, that we're gonna need it. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this part of the cutter, and I'm going to make a circle. Let me see if I can do this without, because I have the camera on top of me and I can see if it's correct or not. Okay, and cut it and make a circle. See, I went over a little bit, but you can fix this. And do the same thing with the other one. I'm sorry. And I guess like so. And I went over the other part. I mean, at your house you can just, you know, go on top of the cutter and cut the circle very neatly. But since I'm doing it from one side, it's hard for me to see it from here to there. But it came out good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use a knife, and I'm going to divide it in 2, and then 1/4 and 1/2 and 1/4 and 1/8, like so. And do the same thing with the other one. 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. Okay, and now I'm going to, let me see, I have the fan on, and I have this styrofoam cup moving all over. Okay, there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the cutter again, the little door cutter, and I'm going to center it and cut it and save this pink paste for another project. Now I'm going to place the white part, the one that I cut, and just press it with my fingers, trying to push it to the sides so it can stick to the pink piece. Okay. If you can, put some cornstarch on the bottom of the piece before you do this so it doesn't stick to the surface, because that's the problem I'm going to have now when I push it up, pull it up. See? There. And try to press it in. If you want, just put some glue. You can put some glue around it so it doesn't it does stick to the two pieces together. Okay, which I guess I'll do because it's trying to separate. So I'm going to use some glue. I don't usually do that when I make this, but this time it's asking me for it. And if he asks you for it, do it, please. Just tiny little bit. You don't need that much of glue. There. Okay. There you go. And on the bottom too. A little bit. There you go. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to glue the wheels on top. Going to put some glue. Not too much. You don't need too much glue. Okay, like that. I just wanted to let you know that I made a cookie, and I did the same thing. I used the cutter for the cookie dough, and then I used the same cutter for the fondant, and I did the same thing. Just make believe that this is fondant, and then after you do this, you glue these parts. You just glue it on top of the cookie. And it looks so beautiful. Okay, now make sure that you place it on top of the bottom part, and make sure it fits perfect. So imagine this on a cookie. Okay, it will look so beautiful on a cookie. So you have something like this. Okay. Now I can place it over here. And now I'm going to use like a little, let me see, I'm trying to look for a ballpoint stick. I guess, okay, I guess I'll use this one. See? And I'm going to make an indentation here, because we're going to place a little tiny piece in there to cover it, like so. Now I'm going to leave this aside, and I'm going to make a paste a little darker in pink, but a little darker. I don't know if I have enough here. I think I do. And I'm going to make like a little sausage. Let me see this. I need to clean the surface. I'm going to make like a little sausage. And let me see, like this. long enough to cover the whole the edges of the door, like a little frame. So I never had a chance to take a picture of my cookie. It came out so nice. And uh-oh, I didn't want that. I wanted one whole thing. Let me see if it's long enough. A little bit longer. See? I usually do this with a clay gun, but not everybody has a clay gun, so I'm doing it with my fingers, which work perfectly if you don't have a clay gun. And now I'm going to put some glue around the edges, like so. Of course, if you're making this out of gum paste or fondant, you're gonna use the edible glue. Some just a little bit of water with Tylose. And I'm going to start from the one side and make the go around it like so, and then fold it like so. There. And I'm going to cut the excess over here. Like so. Don't worry about this because now we're going to make the oh, I forgot, I'm sorry, I need this to be not glued, this part over here. Okay, leave it like that, open. I'll tell you why now. Before we do that, I'm going to make the little designs, that because this is supposed to be a pumpkin, right? So I'm going to make a little indentation here with this tool. I love this tool. It has let me see, it's a little bit dirty. It has curved edge on each side, so use it. I'm going to place it over here, it's easier, and make like a little indentation like so, and from here like so. One more time. There you go. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to leave it just for a little bit. Now that I have this over here already, and I have a tiny little bit of the pink, the darker pink left, I'm going to make two little balls, same size. One is bigger than the other. I'll make this one bigger instead of making the other one smaller. Okay. And I'm going to place a little bit of glue in the center of the wheels and place the little balls in it and press like so. Okay, and starting to look like this there. Okay, let me put this aside, and now I'm going to use some lighter pink. So I mixed the pink that I use for this with some white, and I made this lighter pink, which is drying on me since I have the fan on and it wasn't covered. but I guess it'll work. Okay, some starch so it doesn't stick to the surface. And I'm going to thin this I'm going to press it, and I want it very thin because it's going to be the curtain. And I want the curtain to be very thin, like so. Okay, and now I'm going to cut a rectangle. Yeah, let's see, rectangle like this, like so. I think it's too long. There. And then cut it in half, not all the way, just from here to there, just leaving like a quarter of an inch, no, like a little over 1 inch. I think this is a little wider. And all this you can do by eye, okay? And now we're going to fold it like so. There you go. And this part over here too, 1 and 2 folds. And this one you can leave like that, like so. And now with my any rolling pins, in this case I'm using the I use a lot my like my acrylic pen a lot, and I'm going to press and thin all the edges, and I'm going to make like a circle here, like that. Don't worry about this because it's not gonna show. Like so. And now lift it. And now this is why I told you to leave this a little bit open, because I'm going to place this over here, in there, underneath it, and place there a little bit higher there, and place this on top. Okay, so I'm going to use some glue. I need more glue, and I'm going to glue it. Okay, let me see. Let me take this out, put some glue. That's too much glue. And glue it over here, and then put some glue on the little frame and place it on top there. And that's why I told you to put the end of the paste on one side, because it's going to be covered with the curtain. But try to open it so you can see the window, like so, and give it some movement, like so. All right, cool. Now I need to cover this part also and give it some details to the piece. Okay, and over here too I'm going to make some details. Okay, for that I'm going to use some white paste. Okay, let me clean this a little bit, and I'm going to make like a little roll, like a little sausage. I'm going to make 2 sausages, but first I'm going to make one long one. Let me see, this is too much. I'm going to make a smaller one. If you work with cold porcelain, try not to have the fan on, because it dries the paste faster. So don't do what I'm doing now. Okay, so I'm going to make a little sausage, a long one, Okay. Okay, let me see. And I'm going to thin the edges like this. Yeah. And finish them little, like a little point. And what I'm going to do, I made them too long. Too long. And I'm going to thin this part. Let me see. Let me see how long this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 inches long. Now this is better. Still a little long, but yeah, let me cut it a little bit. It's still too long. I don't want it. I mean, not what I think. It's not what I want. You can make changes, of course. I'm just giving you an idea, no? But right? But this is what I had in mind. So now, place it over here. Let me see if I can. I'm just making sure this is what the size I need. Yep. Okay, I'm going to roll. I'm going to make a roll like this, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then I'm going to place it over here, there, opening a little bit, like so. Once I see is the way that I like it, then I'll glue it. Okay, and then I'm going to place some glue around, and I'm going to put some also on the bottom of the carriage and on the sides of the wheel, so it glues to the bottom and also to the wheel. Do the same thing on this side, on the wheel and on the carriage, like so. There. Okay, like that. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the steps to get into the carriage. Let me just open this a little bit. It's too close. There. I wanted to give it some movement and dimension. All right. And now I'm going to make the little steps. For that, I'm going to make a little bowl, and then like a little sausage, like that, a little wider, and measure it, make sure it fits in there. Okay, I'm going to leave it for a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing with another one, but it's going to be smaller. Okay, it has to have the same length. Okay, there. Now I'm going to flatten the steps and this one too. And now I'm going to place them here, and then the other one on top. Make sure it fits properly, and after I see that it fits properly, wait, let me just use my little knife. Where is it? Okay, Okay, let me see. There. Now I can take it out and glue the two pieces together. I'm going to cut this a little bit, the side, so it's not that rounded. More rectangular. And I'll do the same thing with this one. Making sure they're both the same length. This one's not. Let me see. Now. Okay. Now I'm going to glue. I'm going to glue them together. Just a tiny little bit glue. And place the other one on top. And glue them over here. There. And place them over here. Now she has the steps to get into her carriage. Okay. Just make sure they're centered. There. Now I'm going to use one more. I'm going to make one more sausage. Just a little, tiny little bowl. I think this is enough. If not, I can always make more. And make a little sausage and also thin it at the edges. Okay, let me put over here. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to make like a little what is it, pinwheel, and then another one on the other side, and make sure it fits properly. It does. And then I'll glue it. I can't see it from here, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything. Oh, okay, let me see if it now. It looks great. So I'm going to let this dry. This will look so nice on a cookie. I mean, I can just see it on a cookie, you know, made out of a gum paste. It looks so beautiful. I'm going to let this piece dry before I paint it or do the finishing touches. So I'm going to let them dry, and I'm going to come back in a little bit to show you how I finish the whole thing, okay? I'll be right back. Don't go away. Now it's a little bit dry, not enough, but dry enough to start painting the wheels and some of the details. I'm using acrylics. These are pearlized pearl finish. I'm going to use the white, and I'm going to paint. I mean, this is optional, right? Because if you want, I mean, you can paint it different colors, but I like the idea of having this like pearl finish. Let me see if I can see. I like the way it looks when it's done. It gives it a very nice finish. Let me turn around. I like to give the strokes from in and out so they are all even. Same thing over here, from inside out. If you're doing this out of fondant, you can use the pearl dust it gives it the same finish. We cannot do the same with cold porcelain. We need paint for that. There. Okay, now I'll do the same thing on the steps. And on this design. It gives it a very nice shine. I don't know if you can see it, but it does. I'm going to let this dry before I continue giving it this, the details and the other parts. Oh wait, what I can do is paint the pink over here. I had to mix two different colors here because the pink, let me see, the pink that I get in the stores is too dark, so I mixed it with some white to make it a little lighter, because I don't want it that dark. They don't make like a baby pink or baby blue. It's a rose pink, so it's too dark for what I need, for what I'm doing right now. So okay, I guess I'm going to change my brushes to this one, which is a little bit, I usually use it for glue, not for painting, but for these details I'm going to have to use it, because if I look for another brush it'll take me longer, so I'd rather use this one that I have it right here. Okay, so I'm going to paint these details, the frame of the door, so it gives it a pearl finish. I already went over the curtain, and I'm going to clean it in a little bit with some with a wet paper towel, like so. Okay, these are just extra details. These are optional. I love details. The more details that you put into your piece, the more it shows that you the passion for you to do this kind of work. And on the other wheel also. There. Now I'm going to clean my brush, and I will try to clean what I messed up here, since it's still wet, and over here too. And voila, it's gone. See? Oops. All right, I'm going to let this dry before I put the other touches, okay, the glitter. And I'll come back in a little bit. Now I'm going to, I let this dry a little bit. It's not completely dried, but I let it dry a little bit. Why? Because if I have this a little bit wet, or the glue that I use to glue the pieces together, if I get any glitter on them, it's going to be very hard for me to take it out. So I wish I could, let it dry overnight. It'll be better. But in this case, I'm going to work with it. I let it dry just for a couple of minutes, like for 15 minutes. And I'm going to, the glue is, the tip got dry. And okay, I'm going to put some glue on one side, and over here, see, I put some glue on this side of the over here. I always put some glue, and then I'm going to put the glue where I want the glitter to go. Okay, over here, and on this side also. Okay, I want glitter. Glitter over here. Maybe if I put some kind of design. I'm going to do these parts first, and then I'll do the rest. Okay. Here. Okay. And shake it a little bit. If you let this dry completely, it'll be better. Okay, I should let it dry like overnight, and this way it works better. So I'm going to put some glue on this part over here. Okay, and there, and here. This design and place. And pour the glitter on top of it. Okay, I think it's enough. And I'm gonna let it set a little bit before I let me see. Now with the dry brush, I'm going to clean the excess. This it's better if you do like let it set a little bit, like for a couple of minutes, and then you clean it. I'm trying to do it like right away because of the video, but you let it dry more. See, it's still sticking a little bit to the white part, and this is for you to get an idea and how it's gonna look like. Okay, I'm going to finish cleaning it like after. And then I'll post a picture and how it looks like when it's completely done, when I'm done cleaning this. But this is for you to get an idea and how it's gonna look like. And see, I'm going to clean this part over here. See, still the paste still wet. It's humid. That's why I can still move it. Like so. Okay. Well, this is to give you an idea how it's gonna look like afterwards when it's completely clean. Okay. This is an option. I mean, you don't have to do it, of course, but this is optional, and this way you can see how, more options on how to finish it. Okay, I'm going to clean this up a little bit later, but to show you, this is the way it should look. Okay, I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, but this is the idea. Okay, this is the idea. This is that, see, it still moves, it's not dry enough. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put some glitter over here, but iridescent, and I'm going to try to give it some more shiny. And but I think this is okay. I like the way it looks now. Okay, I hope you like this video. Please like my video, subscribe to my videos, and don't forget to watch me on all the videos, and also on Facebook Live. I usually have a few videos, live. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, all the social media. Okay, I'm going to give it a little retouches on this side and over here, and I'll post the picture and how it looks like after I'm done. Okay, well, I hope you liked it, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.